much different than what we've been doing.
Oh, okay.
Well, not my one-on-one rehearsals. My one-on-one rehearsals are going to be very similar to this.
Okay, cool.
Just rehearsing with them, with nobody else in the space.
Mm-hmm.
But rehearsals, which start the week after my week, it's just them running,
Yeah, yeah.
right? So that's why all of these other things I need to. I'm trying to settle. Did we go? Okay.
Can we get some help with setup? It's the same thing we did on Monday.
Thank you, Paul, for asking.
The chair next to the couch. The little oven thing with the blocks over here. It was a little angle to try and the other way. No, the other way.
As I told you,
Oh, not bad. What's up? Yeah, we had
women can do hard things. Yeah, they can. Wait, no, I got it.
Please take.
I don't even know they just said like they're always happening.
They lied to you. I know where the different areas of tape are in the office.
Is she my leg? The new secretary.
Oh, wait,
I
didn't by the Really? Patrice, I didn't know you made merch. Yeah. Read it. Merch. Wait, what? You mean merch?
He's worn that shirt before.
Wait, I was repeating on. Wait, I wear is mine. No, I know. Oh, yeah. Wait, you should act to the no, you have to buy it. You should be paying.
You know what? One of my seniors last year really helped me. I know.
Put it in your.
Oh,
yeah. Wait, can I?
I would love for your dad that like after out of the acting. No. Loki. Or actor dad.
Actor dad. Oh, I love
That just gets listed. I might write that little idea down.
Reality one dad.
Oh, that's good.
Two reality one BFF.
What about like a reality one later and then it's a match that says like he's my reality one later. Someone has a shirt that says like reality one later.
Oh, and it's Max.
And then it's like someone else has a match.
Oh, that's a t-shirt. We need a t-shirt with Max on it.
Okay, great.
My favorite acting from Max favorite. Oh, so interesting.
I would fucking listen.
Of course. I just love it.
Wait, I got trolled, so no one can take it. It's like
Where were you?
It's okay. Yeah.
Who are you?
And you already got Max?
Who's gonna sell me my ass?
Yeah,
Wait,
this is
wait,
cool inside.
Wait, look, this I'm a high. I'm a dog. Romper the black. I'm a dog. Hi.
Okay,
I'm a dog.
all right.
I'm a dog.
Here, are you getting out energy?
Yeah.
Okay, work.
Work.
It's really good.
This is my question. Professor Patricio. Did you hear her? She's doing it. Let's act.
Let's act.
It's like.
Never have you ever said.
I never said.
Let's play. My question is Max. I have a dog. Oops, Mark. I didn't. Mark. Stop. Not gross. We ready? What's your ABC?
Awesome, let's do it.
Just behavior into text. Behavior into text.
Yes, please. Did you put the time down? Oh, okay.
Paul, what's your question? Do you guys
That's San Marino here.
Okay, definitely that. Who's on time?
Yes.
Yeah, work on 20 and I'll do a reset of 5 for. Yeah.
Wait, who's on time?
Or that was. I think I'm fine. I can. You want to go? I love you.
The other side?
Oh, she's right. Oh, yeah, I see her. Okay, great.
Period.
I see her. I see her.
Just that's really good.
Where were you? Where were you? Where were you?
Out!
Where?
Just out. Thinking.
It's late. It's late.
I had a lot to think about.
I burned dinner.
Sorry?
Not my dinner, your dinner. I put it back in the oven, and I turned it as high as it could go, and I watched till it glowed. It's still hot. Very hot.
You didn't have to do that.
Very hot. Paul, can you, I think you did, you went to the knees for the couch and then the chair. Is this technically a real place under the television?
It could have cabinets.
But it doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay, great, so let's not play it.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Because I think I need you up on your feet
Yeah.
anyway, right? So if you're gonna cross to the chair, and I think in general, maybe if you're checking here, you find the chair and then, does that make sense? Which is gonna keep you from the knee surf.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, let's,
Oh, 1 second.
yes.
Am I crazy or did we already block upstage entrance and then a hug for this scene?
They did.
They did it? Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah. So let's, thank you for clapping. Let's take it back a little bit. Julia, make sure that everything you say is prompted by the last thing you got. What's wrong?
No, it's just like I understand what like I need to be doing. It's just like hard to do it because like I want to say the words, but it's also like when do I not say it?
Well, you did a great job here of repeating until it came out. Does that make sense? I just mean that I just want to make sure that as the language is coming out, as the text is coming out, that it's actually to continue to get a connection. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Rather than going to rest and then coming back up to get another connection, to get more connection. Yeah.
And Julia, I would know for you, err on the side of just saying it, because you have a tendency to hold back.
What do you mean by that?
When you're like, I don't know if I should say it or if I should not say it or what I should do.
Okay.
I would say for you, say it every time because you are already overcompensating in the other area.
Okay.
Yeah, just say it every time. Yeah, try that.
That makes sense. And when you don't believe him, repeat it back to him. I think that's also going to help
His
you.
line?
Exactly. When he's out,
Okay.
out,
Okay.
out. Does that make sense? Okay, great. Yeah. So like if you get into a little place where you're feeling constipated, like that's a great thing to do, right? Let's play again. Let's take it back. I want you to start with, let's start from the hug. Yeah. So I need you to reactivate the activity, Paul. What I really like is your entrance, and I would love for us to keep that texture of like how you came in. It felt really like your consequences were alive and how you entered the space. Does that make sense? It was a very specific way that I enjoy it, and I wonder like, let's keep that motivation, right? Because it felt like it was like not to startle, but to kind of like be swift. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Did you feel that, or were you just trying something new?
What it felt like for me was I was letting the care for her.
Oh, I love that too. Great. Both of those things, lovely. Let's pick it up from the hug.
Like his entrance.
Mm-hmm. Let's. Oh, you guys can actually just go from the embrace. Just make sure you reactivate your urgency. Okay, here we go. What do you need from him right there? That was the win. Keep going. Text.
Where were you? Where were you? Where were you?
Out.
Out? Where? Where? Where?
Just out.
Just out?
Thinking.
Not running.
Thinking.
It's late. It's late.
I had a lot to think.
You have a lot to think about.
Connect.
I had a lot to think about.
I burned dinner. I burned dinner.
Sorry.
No, not your dinner. Not my dinner. Your dinner. I put it back in the oven and I turned it up as high as it could. And I watched until it burned black. It's still hot, very hot, wasn't it?
You didn't have to do that.
I know. It just seemed like the kind of thing a mentally deranged, sex, hopping house.
Great, Paul, can we not play behind the stove? Yeah. Julia, yes. I would love for you to be even more on top of like, so when you have him, the goal is to never like it's always here. Does that make sense? And you can be free to bend text right in the moment whenever you don't have this. Does that make sense? Yeah. Paul, let's put that you can't go behind the stove because I think that's just gonna help me for, you said you didn't have to do this. Like right then, there was a little pause before you said you didn't have to do this, which for me, I'm going, what is that hesitation?
Yeah.
What did it feel like?
It felt like giving time for the impulse to come, but
Well then repeat. If you don't, then you repeat her line.
Repeat her line?
Yeah.
Don't
Don't-
just write
yeah,
her
don't-
first?
Or you repeat until it feels real.
Yeah.
Right? But there was something that like seeped out a little bit of what you guys had going on that line. And I go, yeah, like,
Yeah, I wasn't propelling things forward.
because if you say you didn't have to do this, right? What is that? Tell me your vegan.
I want her to blindly absolve.
Yeah, so you didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do that. Blindly absolve.
Yeah.
So how can you bend that text? You didn't have to do that.
You didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do that.
Oh, great, but name the tactic.
Name the type. Minimize.
Yes. Minimize. Sort of. Shrink the drama. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you are feeling any hysterics or whatever from her, that is not winning.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? And
I need to
think,
diffuse that.
yes, and that's why I felt like that you didn't have to do that was not necessarily connected to something that you wanted or didn't want in Julia. Does that make sense? So if it happens in the same way, and you're here or you didn't have to do this, what is then a great way to continue to sort of like keep this thing keep your energy, the energy amongst you all in a space where absolution is possible.
Repeat.
Repeat or what else? I love that you didn't have to do this as a repetition until she starts to change her energy. That's one thing.
Mhm.
Another thing you can do is get out of there and move on to something else.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Okay, let's pick it up from your dinner, not mine.
Not my dinner. Your dinner.
Let's go back. Let's go back because you had just crossed Julia and Paul. You were looking under the stove, which I'm not mad at the stove looking. I just don't want you to walk behind it.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait. Here we go. I burned it.
I burned dinner.
Yeah.
Not my dinner, your
You're
dinner.
not paying attention. You feel that you're
Not-
getting what you want.
Not my dinner, your dinner.
You didn't have to do that.
I know. It just seemed like the thing.
Land it.
It just seemed like the thing. A mentally deranged sex doll.
11
He'll
minutes.
claim housewife would do.
How many pills?
A bunch. Don't change the subject.
Don't change the subject.
Don't change the subject.
I will talk to you when you.
No, don't do that. Pills are not the problem.
I won't talk to you when you're what?
When you're like this.
Okay, great. Finish it. Finish it.
No, it's not in the text.
Yeah,
But
But it's in ellipses, right?
Yeah.
Or no, it's a
It's
cutoff.
not, it's not.
Yeah, you gotta keep talking till she cuts you off. Okay, great. Because that's honoring the truth though.
Otherwise, it's pretend.
Yeah, well now. Okay, great. Julia, do you feel the difference? Sometimes you get worked up and it is here. Your activation is here. You went through two moments over here. One, it was here. The other one, you actually were like really still in all of these places, but you were landing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So sometimes the workup and the activation is exactly the note that I was telling you about that we're gonna watch for next time. And once you put it onto him, then it became activated in a different way, but it also did something to him. Does that make sense? And how did that repetition feel?
Which record?
The one that brought you over here.
It felt like an overwhelming group.
Yeah, because you let the repetition take you to the truthful. I'm not gonna. Does that make sense? Yeah. Did you hear that? Like you repeated.
That moment?
You repeated her line, and then an impulse was born in you.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So that's that. That's how that should be. Okay, great. Let's keep going. Let's go from cross out.
How many pills?
Bunch.
Oh, great. You just went by the stove. What's before how many pills?
How many pills?
A bunch. Don't change the subject.
Don't change the subject.
Don't change the subject.
I won't talk to you when you're
No,
like this.
no, don't do that. Pills are not the problem. They're not our problem. I want to know. I want to know what's going on. I want to know.
Where I've been going on with what? The job?
Not the job.
I told you, I need more time.
Not the job.
Pause. Do you want to get out of there, Paul?
That wasn't the impulse I was having.
Okay, because you look a little stuck. I mean, you look a little like a deer caught in. So, but just when you do start to feel that way, cross out. What did you just say? No, not you. Julia, what did you just say?
Pills are not the problem.
Pills are not the problem, not our problem. I want you to get more. Sometimes, I don't know, it's weird because I've seen you land stronger. And I want to make sure you're not playing to an idea of Harper that is Julia really trying to stop Paul and get what you need from him.
Yeah.
Because I think that that's disconnecting you from all your strength and all your power.
Can you say that again?
Yeah, I think, I just wonder if you have an idea of Harper that is stopping you sometimes from landing with all of the, I don't know, just in the ways that you have landed before. And I wonder, sometimes it feels like it's a filter. And I'm just wondering if that has something to do with like an idea of how you think Harper is gonna go about this. Okay, great, just keep trying to land, keep making it about him. Anytime you feel like, okay, great, awesome. No, right now.
Wait, Teresa, I have an
Yes.
idea. Julia, I'm wondering if the softness gets you your first win, but then there's another tactic you need to use to get the deeper win, but you keep going back to the softness because it gave you the first win. Does that make
A
sense?
little bit.
And then it keeps you stuck in that first win energy
A little bit. I'll tell you.
a little bit. Okay.
Yeah, let's see. I think the most important thing is like what you're fighting for over there, which is like, like this is our life in crises. I need you to jump on board. And I'm not gonna stop today. Does that make sense? Okay, great, let's pick it up from somewhere good. The cross out from, so does that make, you crossed out on, I won't talk to you when you're like this. Or no, it was like, you were passing Julia and Julia said no, which was really nice. So what prompts your first no, Julia?
He says I won't talk.
Okay, great, let's go from there. Landed, Paul.
I won't talk to you when
Repeat.
you're like this. I won't talk to you when you're like this. I won't talk to you when you're like this.
No, don't do that.
Go back. Paul, you land on Julia. That's it. I won't talk to you when you're like this. The end of the play. It's the end of this moment. I won't talk to you like this. I'm going to bed, I'm going to work. There's nothing else that's gonna happen after this because that line is going to settle her down. Does that make sense?
Okay.
And when she doesn't, that's the cross out of there.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Okay, great. Here we go. Friends, when we're playing retreat, right? Like the retreat is prompted by something that the other person did, right? So if you play retreat without playing the pitch before, it's gonna start you in pretend. Does that make sense? Okay, great. So land it, you're talking to your wife, this is it. You're gonna go to bed, you're gonna do your work or whatever. Here we go. And behavior, Julia.
I won't talk to you when you're like this.
Don't do that. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Can we go back, Paul? Can you do that again, but take the jacket off after?
Yeah.
Right, and let the jacket be that next thing that you do out of the loss that she's given you. But first, land the I won't talk to you like this with a win And then when she pivots, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Play it all the way through, the tactic all the way through. Here we go. And behavior, Julia.
I won't talk to you when you're like this.
Repeat.
I won't talk to you when you're like this.
Land it.
I won't talk to you when you're like this.
I am fine. Pills are not the problem. They're not our problem. I want to know where you've been. I want to know what's going on.
Going on with what? The job?
Not-
I told you I need more time.
Not the job.
I talked to Mr. Cohen on the phone. He said he needs a hurry. But I can't get you to talk sensibly about anything, so
Shut up! Great, Paul. You did it again, Paul. You did it again, Paul, on the cell. You stopped yourself? I don't want you to. I love this.
And then again, like that. So you're still trying to manage, you're still trying to get it all together. And then you have these first, which is so insistent. Does that make sense?
Okay, great. Let's take it back. This was nice, Paul. What was also nice about this is you allowed yourself to breathe in and find like the natural pinching out or the authentic pinching out here. Which then allowed you, when you took off the jacket, you had to take the jacket off in a whole different way, but it was still very much sort of working against what was happening here, yeah? And then you crossed up, and then you crossed back up. I want to let you know that you can also cross down, which would be a really nice cross here to drop there.
Yeah.
And Julia, because you were already here, this was nice on your part of like, because we had to change the blocking. I don't know if you noticed, but we had to change the blocking because you were landing so much in that line that the thing that I was coaching Paul to do, he couldn't do anymore if he was honoring the truth. So however, it's also a good example, like if that moment, if you still win, then that's exactly how that moment must happen. Does that make sense? But it can happen a hair of a fracture sooner, or even a whole beat sooner if it needs to, based off of what you're honestly receiving or not receiving. Does that make sense? So what you did was you crossed down and you were right there, very well lit. Julia, you were right here. So that if you wanted to cross down, Julia, you will follow him with this track rather than backing yourself up. Okay, so I just wanted to let you know spatially where that was. Okay, this is for notes?
This is for notes.
Okay, great. I don't really have any notes. I would love to pick up from the job so you can get through that so. And I think you guys need to have a phone. I think we need to have a phone either on this table or, because I think that also helps you with motivation of like getting my things straight here because, what is the job? Because I may have a call or, does that make sense? Right. Because when you say the job, that right now, it feels like sometimes it's just lines coming out, right? Like a reactionary, but it also is a pivot, right? You're just trying to absorb with me. I'm the absorb. Everything's fine. I'm just doing the work. What are you talking about? The job? Oh, the job? No, everything's fine with the job, right? Because, does that make sense? That's that kind of energy of like, you don't see, it's like nothing to see here, nothing to see here. Does that make sense? Okay, great. Let's pick it up a little bit from, let's say you just dropped the jacket and you're going to go into, who's on book? Great, Maya, can you tell me what starts the job? Talk.
I got your phone.
Good words. Oh, wow! I don't know where you pulled that from. Hello.
Perfect.
Okay, so let's go from your line, what's going on with us or something? Is that the line that Harvard has?
I want to know where you've been. I want to know what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, let's go. 9 minutes, 6.
I want to know where you've been. I want to know what's going on.
going on with what? The job? I told you, I need more time.
Great, repeat, fix her, going on with what?
Going on with what? The job?
Fix her with it?
I need more time.
Nope, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. You gotta make her believe
More
you.
time. I need more time.
Not the job.
No, go back. what's going on with the job? Go.
I want to know where you've been.
Yeah.
I want to know.
Going on with what? The job? I told you, I need more time.
Not the job.
I talked to Mr. Cohen on the phone. He said, I
Not
need to hurry.
the job.
But I can't get you to talk sensibly about anything.
Shut
Oh,
Then what?
stick to the subject.
You have something you want to ask me? Ask me. Go. Go!
Great, pause, go back. You have something you wanna ask me, I'll give you that antagonistic beat, but after that, it's too smoky for what you're telling me you want from her.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it felt like I was playing a different objective.
Yeah. It was, and it wasn't, and I'll give you the first one, because I think it's earned, right? From the drill. What did you say? You had something to say to ask me, right? But then you got to read her and connect back to your beat, and then that's how it's like, yes, please, great, okay. Okay, I'm at time. But this is like, I really like what we're shaping right now as far as like where things happen in a really good way. Okay? The job now is to is to not recreate the movement, but explore how you can live in the movement from the real pinching outs that happens every time you work.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? I think, Paul, I want you to work more with, this bead that we're talking about. Just about what it looks like.
Yeah.
Right.
What does it look like?
Exactly, what is the ideal, like when you come home, I would love for you to journal, like, what is the ideal thing? Does that make sense? Yeah, and then, what are all the things that you have at your disposal to make it all roll out? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Because I think,
In the space and.
In the space.
The piece available.
yes, I think we need more papers
Yeah.
and stuff,
I agree.
because I want you to be able to have to organize those things. Does that make sense? I mean, you can even get to a point where, Mr. Sutton said that, because why not? Do you know what I'm saying? Everything is good, and so like I'm doing, does that make sense? Yeah, and the first time, it was about this, and the second time it was about her. I wonder if we can find a happy medium based off of what she's giving when, right? So even if it's in the middle of a line, well, just listen, if Mr. Cohen said, well, Mr. Cohen said that, and I'm good. Does that make sense? Okay, great. And I think if you think about, both of you, if you think about ending the play with every line, I wonder what it looks like. Does that make sense? Every line that you give, it means that there's no way we're not gonna fix this today. And every line you give is, hey, we got to be okay. Like me and you have to be like, come on, right? And so I wonder what's right on that. Right? Because I know we're in police. I think I'm also interested in like psychological.
Yeah, I think I have an understanding of it for the character, which is like needing her to like have gateway to heaven is my day, like need her being what like saves me and makes me good. But I'm having a little bit of trouble with my R1 there. So do some more here.
Yeah, I wonder, like, what does it look like?
Right, the situation where you very okay.
Because first of all, you gotta explain to your kids.
Changes my seat.
Okay, great. Okay, lovely.
I think that will help improve procedures.
Great. I think that's gonna help it in your body more and not your Joe body.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Okay, cool.
All right, my friends. Hey, Julia, for you, it's all the ways that you can land. All the ways that I don't want you to let any emotional activation take you inside or to, it's so physical for you. When it's here, it is not landing.
Okay.
Okay? As soon as you do anything like this, it gets off of you and onto the
Like
other.
physically?
Physically. Did you see in the last tape?
Yes.
Did you watch your face?
I tried. but-
Oh, you couldn't see it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, it's okay. Well, what you'll watch,
Okay.
you'll watch here. I don't know if it's gonna, I hope it catches you in the stove
Yeah.
situation, so you can just see and or hear your voice, the difference when you're sort of like here versus when you actually start to lay things
Yeah.
on call.
Okay.
Does that make, it's just much more forward movement, right? And it almost feels like the difference between like distilling emotion and then versus like emotion flowing through you like the current. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Is it something like? I mean, I'm sure it's both physical and like you can hear it in my voice. Like looking at my jaw, or just like.
Oh no, because the jaw stuff didn't happen. Because the jaw stuff happens when you are actually like about to cry.
Me?
It's like
Oh, got it.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Is that crazy?
No,
I
it's
thought
not.
it was crazy.
No.
Okay, great.
I understand.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
And that's you deciding that you can't win. That's you deciding. Does that make sense? Yes. And this partnership, this husband, wife, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
This is Julia and Paul.
Yeah.
The shoes are doing what it needs. The skirt is doing what it needs. Right? This is the day. This is the last day he's coming in here, and you not knowing what's going on.
Yeah.
And that sometimes I don't know if that's your driving thought. Sometimes things come and gloss a little bit, or we give something, but it's not definitive. Does that make sense? Where were you? Where were you? Where were you? Because today is the day I'm not.
Okay.
Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah.
And I think that's something important too, that you get this all the time. And the spins but today is the day that you will not let it happen. And I need Julia to not let it happen, not Julia's Harper to not let it happen. Make sense? Okay, great. Yeah, we got some good stuff nailed down, I think. Let's do it. Where's Virginia Post? Or whoever's going next.
Yeah, they don't have it there. Okay, cool.
What do you guys need, don't need?
We need to table.
Okay. I know you need the.
It's like the phone with the props, that's how it's there. About a craft.
Like you want to see
Right.
Hey friends, if you need scene support stuff, can you get that information to Lynn? Especially if it's stuff that you need me to find. Okay, right. Is anybody else want to word? Okay.
We got like 45 minutes left to we disagree with, or they disagree, and look at another.
Okay.
Is anyone feeling like really chopped with their crafting and wants some time? Or like just like 15 minutes or something they wanna do? Is it okay, Josh? Okay. Logic or,
Is that like for us to do like with the group or for us to just like do with like DA or what do you?
oh, like, we've got 45 minutes left of class, we have like that awkward amount of time.
Yeah.
And like, we've got time for a group and a half. But we're ahead of schedule, so like, no guilt, no shame.
And then everything you said with like, tomorrow, I don't want any of myself to get ready to put on my shoes. Unless I put on my clothes, I just put on my clothes.
Okay. Okay, let's see where we, let's
But
see where
also
we
Vince
start.
is in the room right now. too.
Say
Vince is not currently in the space, so.
Oh, okay.
That's when he comes back. and forth.
Okay. Okay, great. I also have some stuff I need to give for prep for tomorrow, so.
What are you doing tomorrow?
Like, say again, what are you doing? We are doing, callback stuff and then, extension stuff.
Will we know if we're called back before your class tomorrow?
Oh, I have no idea.
Apparently they're coming out tomorrow at like,
5.
Okay.
so literally
right
as
after-
soon as your class ends.
Yeah, but my callback is not specific to, like, it's just actually like general stuff.
Like how would you call
Yeah, yeah.
No. Now are you so busy?
Wait, should we wear all black?
No.
No,
So it's 5.
all my clothes are dirty.
No, kiss me, kiss me. Bruce, that's not pretty The dusty look behind the picture. You guys are gonna. It's like smoke.
Okay, so when last we met, and you guys have heard something too, right? Okay. I have nothing for you. We walk around and mow and my stuff. Okay, great. I might go to this though, actually. I told them to give away. So I actually have a little concern there. And that, so I just want, I want you to,
They should make a little bit.
it's not. What that is.
Okay, sorry, just begin, just a little, and then everything. You were talking strong. Work.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay. Yeah. Cause I want you to watch some.
I love to.
It looks brand new.
No, I stand for that. Oh, actually, she did that. She just started next to my house.
Do a
My God, my God.
Oh, yeah. It's up here.
I heard.
Oh, somewhere.
What are you looking for?
Oh, I think I put it back to the speaker.
Oh, Max is about to be
Oh,
out.
wait, for real?
T minus 5
Wait,
minutes.
So, Oh, Foxy Brown. Yeah. Okay. What was that?
It's like.
It's like a humongous, oh, it's sexy. Oh, is it like cheese?
Yes, it's like she.
Okay.
What?
Or Wawa?
But it's even larger.
It's
Yeah, they're like Walmart size, like.
It's like in
No.
no, I didn't put it on.
Okay, no.
It is.
Okay.
That was just.
You ready? Yeah. Do we need to chat?
Oh, no, I just got.
Okay. Johnny, is your copy of you?
No, that's that.
Okay. Pause. Can we? Almost there. Just not all the way. How can you get the attention?
What you doing around here?
I want to see you. You didn't come home last night.
That's right. What for? What I'm gonna come home for, being as I might not be there.
Where did you go?
Great pause. Great impulse, Naira. Can you do it on the side of the table, like at the head of the table? What you want around here? Yeah, if you're gonna give it, it's got to be to land and not out of reaction.
Okay.
And that a little bit felt in the in-between.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's a little similar to the note that I was giving Julia and Paul. Oh, okay, great. What you want around here is like the end of like, it's like that's the question that's gonna fix this whole thing. Does that make sense? That's the question that's gonna give you all the answers you need.
Okay.
And then Naira, you say what?
I want to see you.
Keep going.
You didn't come home last night.
Okay, great. I wanna see you. What is that?
That she's telling me that what she wants, like that.
Yeah, but I wanna see you. What is that to you? Is that a win or a loss? Okay, great. And then you say,
You didn't come home last night.
what's that? Great, right? So that's 3 microbeats. I wanna see that. Does that make sense? So if you really are intentional about what you want, right? Are we gonna figure this thing out? right? Then you get, I wanna see you, that has to hit you, right? Right, cause right now I feel really connected to what you don't want, how can you be equally connected to the possibility of getting what you do want,
Okay.
right? And listening with your whole body for both of those things.
Yes, yes.
Does that make sense? Another thing that actually, I can give it to both of you, like, when you are not getting what you want, yes, you have the, pushing you the tool of like doubling and tripling down on each other. You can also, like, this is a great way to have impulse informed blocking, because what else can you do in this space, right? To give distance when you're not getting what you want. Does that make sense? Okay, great. Let's start from the top again. I like the no music. Yeah. You also have throat clearing. You also have, does that make sense? Does that make sense? Okay, great. So just like, I don't want you to get stuck into anything, but there are a lot of options. Okay, great.
Did you like?
I do. I love it. Also, Naira, you know what a Jenny station is, right? How many women you think come in here? Or probably not. Yeah. Also, he's in here by himself, but it could be a whole locker room. So just track that, and also, it's not his taxi. It's not his taxi station. Okay, here we go. And you're almost, like, this is connected to you almost getting a go, where you won't even have to have no drama with her, right? You just hoping it hurry up before she breaks up with you. You hear that, Johnny? You gotta take that in.
What you want around here?
I want to see you. You come home last night.
That's right. What for? Only from home for. It is a man, not me.
Where did you go? Where did you go? Where did you go? Where did you go?
What you care about, where I went? I stayed here if you got it. I slept on the couch. What am I gonna come home for with you making all those stupid accusations?
I made no accusation. I just said you never opened Peaches.
Somebody tell you they see your sister in my car and you jump to conclusions? What? You gonna jump to conclusions over that? You don't know what I'm doing.
You're right. I don't know what you're doing. That's what I've been saying. It ain't like you.
Wait, pause. Peaches, what's the line before that, Naira?
I ain't made no accusation.
Uh-huh.
I just said I knew about you and Peaches.
And you said,
I said somebody tell you that they see.
okay, give me the line before that.
What you care about where I went? I stayed here. I slept on the couch. You gotta know. I'm just gonna make all this stuff.
Okay, great. The top of that line is,
What you care about?
what you care about. I feel right now that you neutralize the language. It's sort of like neutralizing rather than really still trying to.
I see.
Does that make sense? And I know it feels anti to what the line might seem on the page, but it's not. It's whatever you make it, right? So you ask her what you care about where I went, right? Is that the line?
Yes.
And then she doesn't say anything, and so that's the loss.
I see. Yeah.
Right. So like really try, because I think that's why I'm saying like, the idea of the thing can sort of sometimes get us trapped, because at the end of the day, that's a literal question.
Right, yes.
Because I want to know, do you even care? Does that make sense? And then when you don't get anything that you want, then you say what?
Then I say, I stay here.
Great. And if you're gonna do that, you gotta try to convince her. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Right? Because if you stay stalemate with it, you don't change her.
I say,
Okay? Great. Let's take it from the sit down. What'd you say?
Where did you go?
What's before that? Mhm.
I went to see you.
Okay, great. And you crossed over here, or you were already there?
I was like, when I said I want to see over there.
And then you came over there?
Yeah.
Oh, you walked over here.
I put the record down there.
Okay, great. So record here,
Yeah.
right? You say, I want to see you. You didn't come home. Does that make sense? Like, there's no separation, right? So when you put the album down over here, you sort of went to rest
Yeah.
rather than continuing to keep the string, right? Which you guys have found lovely in the beginning.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Julia, Paul, you in here? Okay, great. But that's also like a note. I think that's just a general note for everyone. If you were in here, you saw it with like Paul and Julia, and now this is another iteration of it, right? This is what people, when you play zip-zap-zop, this is what they're actually trying to get you to then transfer into your work, though no one ever really says that's why we play the game. Okay, great. Does that make sense? So once this happens, right? And she's not back there. Did you not hear that? No, but she's not on that. Oh, you thought that? Okay, great. All right, here we go. Let's play. Which is why you had to come around.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Let's go from the album over here. It's a tricky thing, Johnny. You've got to vacillate between she's here, and that's more than what you got before, and also she's not here the way you want her to be, right? And when she's not here the way you don't want her to be, don't give up on her. Try to change her. Does that make sense? And it's the same thing with you, Naira, but in a different way. That's why I'm saying keep the connection, because y'all have been like this.
Yeah.
Okay? All right, let's pick it up. So you dropped that there one line.
I want to see you.
Okay, great.
I wanted to see you.
Great, go back and behavior until you get his attention.
Okay. I wanted to see you. You didn't come home last night.
Repeat.
You didn't come home last night. I wanted to see you.
Repeat.
You didn't come home last night, so I wanted to see you.
What do you care about where I went? What do you care about where I went? What do you care about where I went? I stayed here regardless.
Great, can you pick that up quicker?
Yeah.
Can you pick up the loss quicker? I'm here for the repetition, right? But that internal clock, as soon as you read it's not there, right? Okay, great. Right? And I think the more you want it to be there, the quicker the loss will hit. Great, let's take it back from the cross. I want to see you. Yes, Naira? Listen, there's no dead space. If he doesn't answer, you got to keep trying to connect. Right now you play repetition as though maybe he didn't hear you clearly. He heard you, he just didn't say nothing. Okay, here we go. In the text.
You didn't come home last night, so I wanted to see you. You didn't come home, so I wanted to see you. I want to see you. You didn't come home last night.
What you care about where I went? I stayed here if you gotta know. I slept on that couch. What I'm gonna come home for, being as how you might not be there, and you making all these stupid accusations.
I ain't made no accusation. I just said I knew about you and Peaches. I ain't made no accusation. I just said I knew about you and Peaches.
Somebody tell you they see your sister in my car and you jump to conclusions? You don't know what I'm doing.
You're right. I don't know what you're doing. That's what I've been saying. It ain't like you ain't got no track record. If I remember correctly, you was the one that you.
Okay, great. So you can't move the chair back
Okay.
like you're in an action scene,
Yeah.
right? For me, the energy dropped out right there. And I don't know what's the line?
If I.
It ain't like you ain't got no track record, right? If I remember correctly, you was leading the parade.
Yeah.
It ain't like you ain't got no track record. It ain't like you ain't got no track record. You could stay here. It ain't like you ain't got no track record.
That's what I wanted.
That's, yeah.
But then, like, I realized I was locked with the chair.
Oh, okay, great. So did we play with the chair already?
Yeah.
She
Look,
said-
I tried.
Okay, great. So what if I can do with the space here? So if you're gonna sit in the chair, you can sit here, or you can sit here, and that will still give you room. Cause what's this, y'all?
That's my operator slope.
Oh, okay, great. Okay, here we go.
Going from.
I want to see you. I want to see you. Can you get can you bend the text and get a laugh or get a something from him? Something different.
I wanted to see you. You didn't come home last night. You didn't come home last night.
What am I gonna come home for? Being as how you might not be there. Making all these stupid accusations.
I ain't made no accusation. I just said I knew about you and Peaches.
Make it clear.
I ain't made no accusation. I just said I knew about you and Peaches. You and Peaches, I know about y'all. I ain't made no accusation. I just said I knew about y'all.
Somebody tell you they see your sister in my car and you jump to conclusions. You don't know what I'm doing.
You're right. I don't know what you've been doing. That's what I'm saying. It ain't like you ain't got no track record. If I remember correctly, you was the one leading the parade. You was leading the parade.
I'm here. I'm here. That should be enough. If I didn't want to be here, I'd be somewhere else. Why can't you just take that?
Because that's not enough. I don't want someone to think that just because they hear that that's enough, they don't gotta do nothing else. I want someone who's gonna share with me, not hide things from me.
You want to know what I was hiding from you? You want to know what I was hiding from you? I'll tell you. I've been hustling, working day and night.
Great pause. Can you turn the music off?
Can I turn?
Yeah. You want to? This is nice, friends. This is nice. It gets a little in the gray for me for you on this. I think your internal clock sometimes is slow, right? So I just mean like when you start laughing, I actually would rather you layer it on to Naira rather than letting the laugh work you up. Does that make sense? I think the laugh, if it happens, but then it's gotta be, does that make sense? Yes, please. Yeah. Because also you gotta capitalize on this moment just like she does.
Right.
Yeah, this was a really nice toss. I also understand like the fun is over, dropping the fan. When you say I'll tell you, like again, it's that ending of the scene energy. You want to know what I was, I'll tell you, because this is gonna be it, and all of this other stuff is gonna be worked out, right? Or she's gonna leave. Which one? But you put it all out there. Does that make sense? So as much as you can land the period, right, on each one of these small interactions, the less space and energy I'm gonna have in between tactics. Okay, great. Pick it up, Naira. So you just crossed over there and you said.
I don't remember.
Wait, what's the line we're looking for?
On the cross right before you want to know what I was doing.
So she was saying that.
I ain't made no accusation, but I just said I know about you and Peaches. Oh, if I remember correctly, you you was the one leading the parade.
So she said that before she called us.
Cause what's your next one?
Because you said.
Yeah, cause you said you wanna know what I was doing, and you repeated that.
Oh, you're right, I don't know what you've been doing, that's not.
Oh, yeah, that was your pause.
Yeah.
Okay, right, yes.
Naira, I think you're also living in the space where you can still have more room to land.
Okay.
I think you're landing at 60% right now.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. And you got different colors, right? Like the sort of ring energy is just one color, right? Like what you did over here with the fan, that was a lot of bad energy, right? So like just know that like just please unleash anything you can to change him. Does that make sense? Okay, great. Let's pick it up.
Okay.
So she just crossed over.
And she said,
Okay, great. So you were still giving some playful energy when you said, if I remember correctly, you was leading the parade. And then
If I remember correctly, you was the one leading the parade. You was leading the parade.
I'm here. I'm here. What more do you want from me?
Wait. You say I'm here?
Yes,
Where else are you?
I'm here.
Where's here?
Here is in this.
And right. So not only, but where else are you?
Here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right now, you're not doing anything but I'm here.
I see.
Do you see what I'm saying? And this is the energy of like playing to fight versus playing to hook. Okay? So I'm here.
I'm here.
Hook.
I'm here. I'm here.
Land it.
I'm here.
And Naira, if you don't believe him, can you repeat back to him so we can get into, does that make sense? Yeah, because when he first said I'm here, it sounded like, well, let me take my earrings off. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it didn't feel like he's actually it didn't feel like the sentiment that it might be trying to communicate. So anytime it's not that, don't give language or repeat it back. Does that make sense? Yes, you can. Great.
I'm here.
You're here.
I'm here.
You're here.
I'm here.
Repeat.
I'm here.
You're here.
I'm here. That should be enough. If I didn't want to be here, I'd be somewhere else.
Repeat.
If I didn't want to be here, I'd be somewhere else. I'd be somewhere else if I didn't want to be here. Why can't you just take that?
Why can't I just take?
Okay, great. Johnny, the repetition on I'd be somewhere else was lovely. Why can't you just take that? Was like the air, like somebody sticking a pin in a balloon. Did you feel
Yes.
that?
Yes.
So why did you back up off of it?
Why did I go?
Why can't you just take that?
What do you mean back off?
Meaning you were literally, I could see your whole being trying to communicate with Naira on I'm here. If I wanted to be if I didn't want to be here, I'd be somewhere else. That last time,
Yes.
just it rang through,
Yes.
right, with connection, and then you paused slightly and then said, why can't you just take that?
I see.
Do you see what I'm saying? So both of you connect, and you want to keep the electricity going, right? So the repetition got you to a place where I believed you too, right? Can you keep it going? Okay, great.
Okay.
Why can't you just take that?
Why can't you just take that?
Repeat. Oh, no. Repeat it. Land it. Infuse Naira with that line.
Why can't you just take that?
Fill her up with that line.
Why can't you just take that?
Why can't I just take that?
Why can't you just take that?
Because it's not enough.
Johnny, do you want, you got some passion behind that?
Yes.
Okay, because right now it's like you could take it and maybe you don't. Okay.
Why can't you just take that?
Repeat.
Why can't you just take that? Why can't you just take that?
Look,
Why
right now.
why can't you just take that?
Yeah.
Why can't you just take that?
Oh, can you play it? Can you play it like you can win with it? I think that's what it is. You're playing it already, like it's a fight line, like there's no winning with it, and that's not true.
I see.
Does that make sense? Yes, that could be a peace offering. Like, why can't we just pick up from here?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Repeat up.
If I didn't want to be here, I'd be somewhere else. If I didn't want to be here, I'd be somewhere else. If I didn't want to be here, I'd be somewhere else. I'd be somewhere else. I would be somewhere else. If I didn't want to be here, I'd be somewhere else. I'd be somewhere else. Why can't you just take it? Why can't you just take it? Why can't you just take it?
Because that's not enough. I don't want someone to think that just because they hear that that's enough, that they don't have to do anything else. I want someone who's gonna share with me, not hide things from me. I don't want someone who's going to hide things from me.
Great pause. Johnny, did you feel that release of air?
Yes.
Why?
Why?
Why? Because that's your impulse and you just let it go all into the field. And yeah, so you cannot just, because if that happens, you're deluding yourself. But what you can do is cross away.
Okay.
What you can do is pace.
Okay.
What you can do is put your hand on your head. Does that make sense? Because I think I was just leaving it here. Because it's that energy, that's just holding like all of the activation. But when you release it in that way, it's like dead to me. Because like you're taking whatever you're feeling and it never helps like catapult you into changing Naira. Make sense? Go. Naira, can you teach him, if you're going to, can you teach him? I don't want somebody. I just know what I want. Okay. I want, you know what I want, you can still take the cross, but you too, it's not just like arbitrary information. You're actually saying this to him to connect the dots. Because if he could just connect the dots, maybe, does that make sense? Okay, great. Listen, both of you want this to work. But the other person is like a deaf wall. Does that make sense? So it truly is not about fighting. It's truly about, this is the cake I'm making. Could you just give me this flour and give me a little of this, right? Except he's making cookies. Does that make sense? And so like both of you, as much as you're upset with each other, you also have to be equally working to bake the cake or make the cookies together, right? And right now, I feel like we're settling somewhere in the middle of that, rather than having extreme moments when you're not getting what you want, and then extreme moments of, but help me make the cake. Don't throw the cake away. Does that make sense? Okay, great, that's fine.
What do you want to do?
I want somebody. Okay. Yeah. And don't just give this language. You gotta make sure you're landing on him so he's getting the lesson. Tell him what you want.
I want someone who's going to share with me, not hide things.
Keep him.
I want someone who's going to share things with me, not hide them from me.
Great cause. Not hide. What happened on not hide? What? Why are y'all? I'm about to shake you all up. Because I don't know if you being scared of your own power. Because you're both are having these wins, but you're not continuing. I want somebody who's going to share things with me, not just hide things from me. Pause. Then what was the next line?
That's the end.
No. You said I want somebody to share things with me, not hide things from me. Okay, great. If you're not getting what you want, can you repeat it and infuse it with something different so there's no dead space? Does that make sense? Because you landed it and then you sort of like backed up. Like, okay, so what's that gonna do? No, if it's not immediate, it didn't do nothing. Okay, great.
I want someone who's going to share things with me, not hide them from me. I don't want you to hide things from me. I want you to share them with me. I want you to share with me. I don't want you to hide things from me. I don't want you to hide things from me. I want you to share them.
You want to know what I was hiding?
Okay, lovely. Youngblood, why did it take, what was happening? You weren't inspired to talk before then? Okay, tell me why. I don't know either. Because at that moment, she wasn't serving.
This one?
She wasn't serving fight energy.
Just now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I just wonder, so you were hesitant, but I wonder why. You didn't feel anything? Okay, and I think my question,
Like I.
oh, you didn't feel like she landed it? Okay, well then you gotta repeat it back to her.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Because I need to get you guys on the train, right? In the dead space, like the dead space that I'm not here, like we're in lost space. When it gets dead like that for too long, it just fizzles out. Does that make sense? So in your next password is no dead space. If you don't know what you're getting, and if you don't know how you feel about it, repeat it or go back to the activity. Does that make sense? Because like for me, this scene is like, it's like a wild electrical current. And like, at some point in time, it feels like these wires are constantly about to connect, and they spark, all like, burn energy. And then somebody like wins, and their wires start creeping back, and there's like, and then right, but the space in between, you guys are starting back at the top of the scene every time, right? So the internal urgency of like, this is all, like, you have come, you got class, you got school, and you came in here. I think you also need a purse. Yeah, I think that's just gonna give you like, some more stuff, some more your own stuff to play with. But yeah, it's anytime it fizzles, we lose like momentum. Does that make sense? I also think both of you have to be super clear on like what is brain behavior, and you have to be more nuanced. Because right now, when she's being firm with you, and when she's raising her voice, you know that's something that you don't want. But and you knew like with the fan and do you know what I'm saying? Like that was okay. But even then, like you stuck your baby toe in that, rather than being like, what you want around here? Doing all that crazy stuff at my job. What's this? Because last time I talked to you, you didn't say nothing to me. Does that make sense? So I think you guys both just need to also like recommit yourselves to figuring out, like, in the behavior of the other person, what do I read from Johnny that keeps me trying to win versus pivoting to change him? Does that make sense? And you've got to figure out the same thing, right? Because any spark of like civility from her means that your plan is working. Does that make sense? And so I think we have the preliminary, like, with the nuances of like tonality and texture. I don't think we have the nuances. And I want you guys to be able to read the wins and the losses and need to pivot quicker, sooner, faster. Understand? Yeah. Friends, for everybody, like, it's like pinch, ouch, pivot, right? And the pivot is, if you're losing, the pivot is trying to get a win. And if you're winning, the pivot is trying to keep winning. Does that make sense? If you get caught sitting in the loss or sitting in the win, right? Luxuriating in the win, as I like to say it, the scene is gonna do this, right? So every win, and this is where either consequences or internal urgency really helps, right? But I think if you just, as actors, start to just, as a universal law, right? Know that every time that person is giving you something, the next thing that you're gonna do is try to get more of it or try to get them to do something else. And that's with every breath. That's not just online. So when I told Johnny, when he said, right, that was clear, it was clear because he was receiving a loss. And I go, okay, you can't say anything, but you gotta act on the fact that this is something that you don't want. Does that make sense? Right? And so there's no stagnant actors either. Right? We're not parking and barking. We're not moving unnecessarily. But every time there's something that you are feeling, you gotta do something with it. Does that make sense? Even if you don't have a line, right? Even if you don't have a line. Like, I'm supposed to write and pitch an ouch. So like, even before her line finishes, there's already something in you that has already hooked you, right? There's this, as you're listening, right? There's right? But but once you just start holding, you lose all your own momentum and also your own connection and the hook into her. Does that make sense? Yeah, because she can be the prize as well as your executioner. Based on her every move, right? She has never come to your job before. Never. Ain't nobody's wife came to the job before. I don't even think a woman has probably stepped in here. Maybe the hairdresser next door to use the phone. Oh, earlier, yeah. But nobody does this. Does that make sense? Right? So it is the extraordinary day. And for me, you came in earlier. This is the moment where you are drawing your line in the sand. Either we are doing this or we're not. But I'm not sitting around anymore. Does that make sense? And even though I got you to do different tactics to connect, right? As soon as you get this, the next thing is get your answers. Right? The minute, right? So what you want around here, I came to see you, right? Hey, you didn't come home last night. And I'm giving the line, and I'm still waiting, because I'm still there. Does that make sense? So I'm not losing any of my own activation because I'm giving the line, and then I'm also waiting because I meant what I said. Does that make sense? This is also, friends, when I'm telling you, this is what I'm watching for to see if you're actually trying to land and play a tactic through as you've been taxed. I know whether or not you're doing that with how much investment you have on whether it's landing, right? Playing a tactic all the way through the beat is when you say what you say. And the expectation is something is going to change, right? When you undercook it, you don't have the expectation that your words are going to change. Right? And that's what Jasper is talking about with your 60%. Can you believe 100% that you can change him? And that's going to take your whole being. Does that make sense? Yes. Yeah, you have to definitely warm up physically before you do this, right? Because I think your body generally is in a place of rest, right? Which I don't care about that. I don't care about reality one. I just want us to know how much you need to prep for reality two. I think you need to listen to music and just move. You gotta wake your body up so it's already on board to come with you. Does that make sense? Okay, if I have more thoughts, I'll give them to you. I think one of you have to find a space to cut the music off. But I would love for it to start quieter. Because sometimes it becomes like the soundtrack, and we don't want it to become a soundtrack. Does that make sense? Okay, great. All right, friends.
You got like 5 more minutes.
Receipt. Okay, so lots of good work here. Also, lots of good reminders for everyone. Actually, a lot of the notes that I'm giving today serve for tomorrow's callback lecture. It's so easy when you have script in your hand and the nerves and all that stuff to just start talking to people, just to start saying lines. Actors who book are the ones that have the script in their hand and use every word, right? To try to change the other person with whatever the lines are saying to me. And I'm waiting. Does that make sense? So my first lesson for tomorrow is play every tactic all the way through and wait with expectation that person is going to change, right? That for me is also a place, y'all actually think, Lord, I may have reduced both semesters into one sentence.
Thank God, okay?
But because it truly is, because even when you linger and wait, it also makes you vulnerable, because you got to sit there, and either that person's going to accept you or reject you, right? And when you receive that, it prompts the next thing, and that thing and that That doesn't have to be a hole. That can happen quick. It can happen like this, or it can take some time, right? And what I mean time is, I mean, 1 second, 2 seconds, that's it. Does that make sense? And when you're dialed into what you want, the goal is to be so dialed into what you want that immediately when you hear loss, you feel it. Does that make sense? Okay, great. What I would love for you guys to do is, if I can open this, oh, yes, please. Between tonight and tomorrow, I want you to take a look at your intentions from the beginning of the semester. And I would like you to write your intentions and goals on one of my lovely big Post-it notes. I would also like you to ask yourself, how many of those have you forsaken? How many of those would you like to re-attack? Are there more rituals and pre-work rituals or post-work rituals, or even connection, activation, prep rituals that you actually want to hold yourself accountable for? It's till the end of our semester. And that's what you're also gonna write on your card. Yes? We will then post all of these cards. You're not gonna put your name on it. We will post all of these cards so that every time you come into the room, you will get an opportunity to see these things. I think a little bit for me, I know I talked individually with all of you about plans, and I think some of those things that we talked about, that they may be slipping from not your memory, but just your awareness of like, no, I actually have to keep this thing going if I want said progress. Does that make sense? This is an art of discipline, and your growth happens. Yes, sometimes in the reality too when we're all watching, but most of it happens with the work that you do when nobody is watching. And nobody's there to say, check the box off, right? And so as we move into rehearsals and really trying to squeeze as much elevation out of our pieces for the week after next, what do we need to do? Does that make sense? And some of it is going to be about emotional connection, but some of it is not going to have anything to do with that, right? And we have this bi-week that has been thrust upon us. And so that is one way that I would like for us to use it. Yes? Great. I'll give you, tonight, because the other class has to prep it, so I'll send you an email with just like repetition of what I just said, so you know what I'd like you to write. If I have something else, I'll let you know. And if I don't let you know, I'll let you know tomorrow. Thank you, friends.
Thank you so much.
Yes, please.
That was a good one.
And you're a boy.
Of course.
No, I like the word.
Okay. Not the whole thing, but take as many as you need.
For is it gonna be one per? One intention?
No, you're gonna write, so this is gonna be Eric's intention,
Yeah.
right? And then if you wanna recommit something, then you'll take another for your recommit.
Can my recommit just?
Oh, yes. Oh, sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sure.
I'll just.
Okay, great. Take whatever colors you want.
I'm big and lazy.
Okay. And I can take a few because I want yours to stick. And I'm never gonna stick. So that way, when you do like a final, make sure that you like to keep it. I love the purple. Okay, great, thank you. Like.
Oh, yeah.
I just said
How many times? Or like, you should bring it
yeah, like, it's not even that, it's just my sickness. I feel like I just like, if I wasn't physically ill, I was very, like, I didn't know where to get
You're not disabled, exercise alone, and are getting used to really all of us.
That makes sense. So for me, I'm done with everything.
Yes. Yeah, he's the favorite.
And I think for your okay, this makes three dogs, see what I want, I'm gonna pick the biggest push out. Biggest person.
That's not here.
Oh, I was looking out for relationships. Just a dog, it's not that big of a deal.
About somebody who like runs the stage.
It's just a. What's he gonna do? Dog? Yeah, I'm here,
Your backpack. Okay, your backpack.
Thank you.
That actually-
Like, working.
Wait, Loki had a.
I'm not actually not.
That's-
Oh, right, but I'm not actually. I told you he had, I told you. Yes, like, that's how it's, I just. Wait for Wednesday. What do you want now? So this semester? Staying here. We're actually taking it out. You can't leave it out. Otherwise, we all need to make.
No, actually,
that's
that's what happened.
Oh,
I
sorry.
only want. Wait, that was a really good one. That was a good one. We said I heard a thing. We were each other's houses. What is this? So. Whatever. Oh, yeah. That was it. That was like. I have I graduated a year.
Can we go, please?
Wait, Eric, yes. Yes.
No, that's just like the general.
Wait, this is one. Wait,
So it's Billy. Yeah, take your view.
No.
For yourself.
And we talked about this before.
Let's leave.
Yeah.
We do this out of the
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I believe that you.
Yes. Yes.
I really need to.
Yeah.
Thank you, Professor.
Thank you, guys. I'll see you soon.
I'll be doing a lot of things over there, so.
Good.
Taking it slow.
Yeah.
So I'm not doing crazy things, like going on trips and whatever.
Yes. And and I have like step away from something just to get help.
Somebody knows always is next. Yeah.
I mean, you know, I need a little bit more than that. So like,
Yeah.
there's something that's helping. They can give you all antibiotics.
Yeah. Yeah. So much time I spent today, and like, I need to reset and really feel better, and then things will get better.
So I'm gonna see. You're welcome.
So I went outside and I journaled a little bit about, not like, quite a lot about my OCD I incorporated it into the scene both the way I have.
So you end up being right.
But I don't know, like.
When we come back from lunch.
It's
like mid-semester.
And I in my journal reached the consensus that I get all more issues that actually causing it, because once I have it, it's like no one can know that.
Oh, great.
It's on your attention.
So I guess I was just trying to find like.
Get you. I'm gonna get you.
I love you, bring back to my. That's why I was like struggling with like looking back and blocking, and like the action felt realer to me than I be in.
Wait, what happened? Oh, okay. Because like I think later teacher, like you are if you can 10 years, yeah, it really is feasible. Oh, she's in Israel, probably good example of like the emotional energy that reminds me of like not to say
that's
exactly
about
exactly where because it's already resonating.
So you feel holding tension, something to be hard, burden,
Right.
feet.
infuse mind.
And the fights about, like the fight, we want to overdo things, we want to bottle up the aggravation, right? So he did.
Exactly,
Am I right or not?
Hey, you don't get a chance to yell at me.
No, that was you. I was trying, I thought I was trying to give him a.
No, because he's like, I want to be with you while you talk, and you cannot do that. But I think it's because the revelation is he himself can process like love and over as well.
I think we can probably.
Yeah.
So how can you take that down?
That's what it is, that's what I need to like